Yeah, so I wrote down I want to be able to extract myself from arguments before they become toxic.
Ah,
Um, when I said that, she was like, "No, fuck that. I want you right in the argument with me."
of course, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think what she meant by that was she doesn't want me to run away from that. And what
Mm.
I meant was I want to find a way of extracting us out of the argument in a way that means I'm not running and she's feeling seen and heard and understood.
Yeah. Okay. You're asking that question for virtually every man on the planet. How do I keep an argument from going blah, blah, blah? But the feminine is not interested in that per se. The
Apparently
feminine
not.
is less interested in that. Feminine doesn't, so the masculine in all of us really wants things to end. We want it all to end. We want work to end. We want arguments to end. We want our children to, we love them, but we want them to grow up and go to college. We want things to, we want the masculine in all of us, men and women, want things to come to an end so there can be peace. So there can be peace, right? That's the impulse of the masculine. Totally fine. Totally fine. The impulse of the feminine, not peace. Volcano's not interested in peace. Jungle's not interested in peace. Tsunami's not interested in peace, right? Now, that doesn't mean that the feminine can't have peace. There's not peaceful elements of feminine, but it's always changing, right? Even a breeze can be super peaceful and then shift. So the feminine is always in movement, and the masculine is always wanting movement to happen to an end, come to an end. So, which is all fine if we celebrate it. She doesn't want it. Like, I know you want to keep arguing until Monday, but this is what we're doing, right? This is what we're doing. It's not, she just wants to make sure that you're not closing or ejecting. Right? And training your nervous system to not eject and not close is part of the work. Were you in the men's session this morning?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all those practices I was giving you. It's like, how do I keep my nervous system open while we're, in pain? When I want this pose to end or I want this practice to end. That's part of how you train yourself. But if you're in an argument, one of the easiest ways to end an argument is to help her be fully expressed as fast as possible. Right? Which she seems to like. Yeah? So she comes at you like, give me an example of a typical argument.
Shall we talk about Toastgate? We don't really.
We don't need the details, but the texture.
We don't really argue a lot about a lot of stuff, but when we do, it's about ridiculous things like
It's fucking stupid
really
stuff.
stupid.
Yeah, but it's not about the stuff. See, the masculine thinks it's about the content of the argument. It's not. It's about a desire for connection and a desire for expression of energy.
Absolutely. I mean, a funny example for everybody is we had an argument this morning over a piece of toast. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. It was, and actually I can't even really recall the details of it, but decided he wanted to throw this toast in the bin and then, storm around the kitchen. And I'm thinking,
Well, it's just a fucking piece of toast. I'll put this one in the bin and I'll get another fucking piece of toast.
Yeah, right, totally. Look, man, every guy on the call is going, yeah, just get another piece of toast, right?
And he's sort of saying to me, he wants to shut it down. So he's going, this is ridiculous. What do you want me to do? That's it. And it's like over. And I'm like,
that's it.
And he said to me after, he said, shall I just leave the room at that point? And I'm like, no, you fucking stand there.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so we don't need to relive the whole toast drama. But I get the point. I get the point, right? So in that moment, do you think she's really talking about the toast?
No, I know she's not. I know she's not. But
here's what she's talking about.
Yeah,
here's what she's talking about, just for as much for the other guys as for you. What she's talking about is my consciousness waned. My consciousness waned, and it hurt her feelings in some way. Meaning, I'm not even sure this is what happened, because the details are sketchy around the toast incident. Yeah. But let's just say that you grabbed the last piece of toast, right? And you didn't check with her or the toast that was closest or something. You didn't check with her. She's not saying, that's my toast. She's saying, you lost consciousness and left me out. You lost consciousness of my heart, basically. That toast was, I've been dreaming about that toast all morning, right? You lost consciousness of my heart, which then occurs to her like a being dropped, I guess is the way we would put it. So the way to always work with a disagreement. Now, I'm not talking about major life decisions. I'm talking about, energetic farts, basically, right? They're just like, moving energy, right? Is to tussle. So what she wants is that you're like, you put the toast in your mouth and you say, you want this toast, baby? Come get it, right? Or you kind of like make her, you make her do something for the toast, right? That is tussle, right? And learning to tussle with her is what she's really wanting. For most of the time, there's kind of a mood issue. It's about tussling with her. Does that make sense to you? I just want to stop. Yeah. And learning how to do that is sometimes totally confounding, and that's totally your art, man. You probably have your own sense of humor and your own sort of idiosyncrasies, But I'll give you a couple pieces to work with here. One is if there's a way to bring sexual energy through it, right? And again, we're talking about tussle. We're not talking about like deep pain. Like if she's in really deep pain, you're not going to say, "Hey, baby, like let me fuck it out of you," right? You're not gonna be doing that. But if it's a tussle, right? Then you're kind of bringing some fuck. That's the thing about putting the toast in your mouth and saying, "Come get it," right? And then the second piece is you move her body for her and with her. So your body pressed against her body, your body kind of like, so if you get the toast and you're like, you walk towards her and she like says, "That was my toast." And you walk towards her and you're like, "This toast?" And you walk towards her and you literally grab her and pull her and kiss her neck and like, you're not getting this toast or whatever it is, or you hold it out beyond her reach while you're kissing her neck. Who knows what it is? But you're including her body in this, which is really where the problem is. The problem is not the toast. The problem is the heart. That makes sense? Does it make sense to you? Right?
Yeah, it does. It makes perfect sense to me. Yeah.
And most guys are just confounded. This makes no sense to the fucking masculine. Like, it should be it's about the toast, right? No, it's about, I want to play and I want to feel you feeling my heart. And if you stop feeling my heart, I'm going to complain about something that has nothing to do with my heart.
Yeah.
It's going to be the car keys or the garbage right? But basically she's just saying, you lost consciousness of my heart and it hurt.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I happen to leave the refrigerator open. My partner like collapsed to the floor or something the other day. I can't remember what she did, but it was like some very artful expression of my lack of consciousness, because I'll just open shit up and I'll leave the refrigerator open and, it hurts her. It hurts her for some reason, and so we all men do it, men more than women too, but men more than women. And what's important is that we see, and this is a trick, this is hard, but we're going to start to see. The thing I love about David, about my teacher, is that he introduced me to this concept that almost every feminine complaint is a reflection of my consciousness in that moment. And if I look at it that way, then now she's an oracle. Almost in every situation. Every time she's uncomfortable, if she loves me and we're connected, right? We're connected. She's an oracle for my level of consciousness. So for me to go, "Oh fuck, what's she feeling? Oh, where did I just drop consciousness? Oh, that's the other way. Oh, you're right, baby. Sorry, that was the last piece of toast for you, my love." And then I go, you just admit like, "Oh, I lost consciousness." Then she can trust you again. Because she pointed out where you were unconscious, and then you said you didn't defend like we do. You didn't defend. You know, it makes sense?
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll play with that a lot this weekend, but it takes time to learn to tussle with it and learn to just be artful with the complaint.
Yeah.
Yeah.